Hey everybody, Mike Naso here from IPR365.com and podweather.com with an update on dangerous Hurricane Omar, which went right through the northern leewards and the U.S. Virgin Islands a little bit earlier this morning as an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane, a late season hurricane that's jettisoning on off out of the Caribbean into the Atlantic. But it's left its mark, and we're going to have to see what the damage is. Hopefully it's not too extreme in the islands. You can see there Hurricane Omar moving off. Our depression that was near Honduras has moved inland and dissipated, but there is still heavy rainfall. Let's get right down to the meat of the issue, which is Hurricane Omar. As of 8 a.m. Eastern Time, it was at 20.3 north, 62.4 west. Winds were down to 115 miles an hour. Gusting to 155. It had been up to 135 miles per hour, but that has since gone down. It's moving very quickly now northeast at 28, 967 millibars, and you can see the position there as of 8 a.m. It's looking like it's moving on more the left side of this cone, but regardless, it's out to sea very quickly, and it should be weakening steadily, but again, it did come through those islands as a dangerous hurricane. You can see right now on the latest IR satellite imagery, you can see it moving out there, and at the beginning there was the ice starting to degrade as it moved through the islands. It looks like it moved between the U.S. Virgin Islands and St. Martin, so it looks like St. Martin, we may have to see the pictures out of there to see what kind of damage you got. St. Croix also got battered, but it doesn't look like the eye wall with those Cat 4 winds directly impacted any land masses, so hopefully we didn't see any extreme damage, but we'll have to wait and see. You can see there right as it strengthened into a Category 4 hurricane and then moved on through. No doubt it was causing a good bit of damage there, and still some good feeder bands on the edge of this departing hurricane impacting the Lesser Antilles. Again, there's the morning visible as the sun comes up and hits Omar. Again, the eye of the hurricane right there moving very, very quickly as really this hurricane is expanding and getting that flow hitting it, shearing it, and pushing it out to sea. You can see this 3 days ago, this was what it looked like, a blob in the eastern Caribbean. It was looking like maybe it'd become a strong tropical storm if it was lucky. A Category 1 hurricane slam into Puerto Rico. It moved well to the east of its track, and obviously, as you could see, became an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane, a late season major hurricane, and then of course, as just in the last few hours, you can see it has certainly changed shape here as it's elongated and begun to move out. Further out off Africa, it's time to turn that off, but you always have to watch these waves because if they get in the Caribbean like Omar did, they can spin up into something. I remember in 2001, Iris, a Category 4 hurricane in the Caribbean, came from a wave that was still discernible as it moved across the Atlantic, and that was in October. The Western Caribbean, that depression we had, TD16, here's what's left of it. Again, if it were to get back out over water somehow, it would have a shot, but it looks like it's going to stay over land, but that is bad news for rainfall. If it had moved further north, it could become a hurricane, even a major hurricane. The conditions were very favorable for it, in fact, more favorable than for Omar, and Omar was able to pull off a Category 4 hurricane. Again, it's crisp and cool here in the United States where I am, but down there in the Caribbean, it is still muggy, hot, and those waters are still prime. It's all about upper-level winds, and Omar found a safe harbor to become a powerful hurricane. That'll do it for this time. I'm Mike Naso. Stay tuned to IPR365.com and podweather.com. Also check out weatherblog, wx.com, wxblog.com for the latest. And yeah, I still think we should